Hey guys, welcome back to another educational chess video. Up against this random here. See, see what see what he's got.
Oh,
Ooh, he goes e4 with the pawn. This is not best move, unfortunately. We're gonna we're gonna hang nut here.
I'm actually gonna play the Bershnikov pincer because he didn't fight for the center at all.
Um, I see mate in 44. So what he doesn't know actually is when I put my rook here, the uh the super queen can't take it.
Hmm. Gonna make another developmental move and just move the queen.
Now, this is actually a really horrible move because now my if I would if I put a modifier on my knight, I can take it, but it's too early in the game to do that right now, so I'll just D5. My poop, as the pros say.
Yeah, it's actually a good point that you bring that up. Excuse me. I think it's good because I get to align my king with his queen, which is usually good.
So what I'm gonna do here is um I'm his pawn on the H file is lonely, so here.
Make a very, very nice move and just simply you could take the bishop, but that would win you material, and you kind of want to avoid that in the game of chess. So I'm actually just gonna block.
Okay, so we're gonna do here is we're gonna threaten the the white pawn on the A file because that's the most important pawn. If you take that one, you're like you win
I would really, I would really like to open my D file here because that would create opportunities for myself to be checkmated, which is, I mean, that's what you want to do. So, hmm, I think you
the game. Oh,
always,
that was a good move. That was good.
side note, always put your knights on the side of the board because that is actually where they're most active.
Okay, so you can see the pawn here could take the bishop, so I'm actually gonna move it out of danger.
That's actually it's great threat management that my opponent moved it out of danger. This is kind of like a situation where you can use like an even more advanced like mindset. Like you could take it, or the better move actually is to gain some positional advantage and simply like block it in and like make it like closer to your pieces. See, it's on a fundamental level, it's a good move because not only is he now threatening my bishop, but he's also threatening my knight. Uh, or excuse me, my rook. Make it's undefended, so I should move it, right? However, on a deeper level, it's actually not because as you can see, like there's kind of like a sandwich with my pawns at his piece. Uh, this is what professional players like to call like this bishop here. It's a cuck bishop basically because it's just being forced to watch the game now because it really has nowhere to go. Like it's threatening a lot of pieces, but uh, like it's not really having any active role. So I think what I'm gonna do.
A really wise move by my opponent to spot my cuck bishop. You always want to you always want to address it as soon as possible. Anyway, as you can see, we want to march closer and closer to um promoting to a knight because three knights is like three musketeers. It's like the card in Clash Royale, the fable, the story going in between to create like
Very true.
juxtaposition. You want to be as appealing on the eye as you can in the game of chess.
Yeah, especially like because the game of chess is such like an like it's it's very tactical. It's also it's very like erotic. Like you know what I mean.
No, I completely get that. Yeah, it's one of those things like when the right moves are played and like the things fall into place, it really can get you going.
It really gets you going. That's why you actually there's a big chess cheating scandal with Hans Niemann where he had a uh, anal device that was transmitting him answers or like toppage and moves. But you actually a little known fact. There's actually some media you can explain right now. Uh, it wasn't actually for cheating. It's sorry, it was for cheating, but he's not really like basically the more he was doing it to stimulate himself, right? And the more
No,
you
yeah,
could do that,
it's certainly
basically
helpful.
like the better you will become as a chess player,
Yeah,
especially if it's happening as you're doing it. Uh, you used to back in the very old days before we really had like the titles of like GM and IM, you're actually able to uh, like stimulate yourself at the chessboard. Magnus Carlsen talked about that. I think in one of his interviews, like said to play with yourself at the chessboard.
oh yeah,
Uh, he
yeah,
didn't mean like playing like against yourself. He mean literally to play with yourself. But that rule got abolished because it was seen as unfair.
right. The
Uh,
34th rule, 34th rule.
yeah. You can look that up.
34th
It's
rule is underrated in chess, honestly. I
yeah,
Hans Niemann was ahead of his time. It's a shame he got killed.
yeah.
So
He really is a genius of the game.
so what we're
Uh,
gonna do here is we're gonna move our king. Why you might be wondering why? It's because the thing is the king can't see the rest of the pieces when he's behind all these pawns. So we want him
mhm.
in order for him to really give out his orders, we want him to be able to see the rest of the board.
I do believe actually. It was, yeah, Sun Tzu said, "Whoever is first in the field and awaits the coming of the enemy will be fresh for the fight. Whoever is second in the field and has to hasten to battle will arrive exhausted," which gives uh my opponent here a huge advantage because now my king he may not even be able to ever see the full battlefield because he's so blocked in. Sun Tzu actually did invent chess, but typically was played with the foreskin of your enemies after you had defeated them. It was common practice in the Mongol dynasty. Anyways, it's time for a capture in this game, so I think I'm going to take the bishop. No, I cannot. I will take. I won't.
So
Ugh.
you can see the pawn on d3 is actually threatening the king, and he's pinning poor pawn. He's pinning my d4 pawn to the pinning my d4 pawn because he can use his power up to skip a few and shift
Oh,
over
that's
one
true.
and then put me in check. So I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm gonna put my knight here so that it attacks the open square on e1 and the rook. It's forking the open square and the rook.
Mm, it's very true. You know, A lot of people like to fork like pieces, but it's actually a lot better if you can fork like space or like empty zones. That's a lot better usually.
Yeah, it's like
I think
crowd
it's
control. Like you don't want them to get over to
yeah,
your place. Sort of.
like basically like yeah, that's a very good point. My opponent has a very, very developed position here. I'm actually extremely behind on development and extremely behind on pawn structure. I need to do something about this. The bishop is currently watching, as you know, because it's a you know,
The cuck bishop.
Adam 22 esque bishop.
Me too. Goodness.
Esque
Guy's a
bishop.
champ.
Yeah, he is, you know, actually, if we really want to talk about somebody who changed the game of chess, it was Adam 22. I
Oh,
mean,
right. He's like,
he is incredible. If you watch like his games, like it may not like look like super great, but his ability to just like observe and like he just thinks about it on just a whole different level.
he just like humiliates himself, and it's impressive
I
because like
know.
he 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 does the humiliation opening, right? And then he
Yeah,
goes into the you hear about it like his chess boxing.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Wow, that was like impressive. It's like, dude, it's like,
yeah. I mean,
oh gosh.
it's just he's.
He's
I
observant.
don't think
That's
it's
all
a
like his
yeah.
observance is like he's just above all that.
He's also like very like subservient to his opponent in
Oh
like
yeah,
a beautiful way.
he's just like he's just in submission essentially when he plays,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's so
like
beautiful because he does it so well. He does it in a beautiful fashion.
yeah, give an amount of pleasure to you, like the
Yeah,
like
yeah,
your you know, yeah.
yeah.
But I think it's even more impressive when you can be the one that like like just physically incapable of doing that, so you have to like basically like hire like your
Right.
pieces
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do that like to the opponent.
Do the
It's
job better.
really
Right.
yeah, because they can. I mean, they do the job better. I mean,
It's
it's
not bad.
basically like you wouldn't send a pawn. Like if you had the checkmate and you was king versus king, you wouldn't send the pawn. You would send the queen
Exactly.
because that's what you want. Like
And if
that
like
exactly.
and if your pawn is so like weak and tiny, like
Yeah,
you would want a bigger piece to do it. And it'd be
it's
better
yeah.
for the
You
opponent. It'd be better for the opponent if a bigger piece did it.
you're like it's all about like knowing what's best for the opponent. Like if you can like being able to swallow your pride and having like more athletic, like better, like bigger, yeah. I mean that's at the end of the day that's what chess is all about.
Yeah. As I say, like here I'm hanging my knight, so the queen and his knight can take it, but it's they can just take it and like
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna have to watch, but that's the
Yeah.
beauty of it.
I mean like
So
there's no problem with watching people like take your pieces like one turn I take it and the next turn I take it and I take it and I take it and I take it. And like material is definitely important,
mhm,
but it's not everything. Like material is only really like a uh way of measuring your court like
yeah,
superiority or like advantage.
yeah,
Uh it's just a way of measuring that. So
yeah.
you
Okay,
can't like 100% rely on it.
so right here, I could capitalize off this position by taking the queen, but I'm actually not going to do that because that would fork the king and the rook, but
Mm.
that means the knight could theoretically take take the bishop, so that's like not good. I don't really want that to happen. I'd rather get taken by the bishop in this case. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Mm.
Like,
I'm actually
why
like
would I want to take the queen and then get taken by a knight when I can just take a pawn and get taken by a bishop? It's like it's just
yeah. My opponent like taking with the bishop is like it's the best move. But my opponent like said I was gonna do it, and And now if I do it, it kind of makes me like feel like a little bit like a bitch, so I'm not gonna do it.
This was actually a
I'm just
really good
saying.
move by my opponent. Since um so it's actually not the worst thing ever to have a micro piece. It's micro pieces are, I mean, they're a disadvantage, but there's nothing wrong with having. You can still, it's still I mean, it's harder, but it's still possible to take pieces like that. But
It's not about the pieces, it's about how you use them.
exactly. And I'm gonna take this pawn here because I'm still attacking his bishop, and his bishop.
This is a great move. This is a great move because it hangs his bishop to a pawn. But the thing is, like, the pawn sees his bishop and he's like super scared. So I actually can't take this because he'd be afraid. So the better move here is actually whenever you can get a knight in the very corner of the board, that is incredibly good for you.
I'm really surprised my
You
opponent
might
saw this actually. So I'm
you might look at my opponent's time and see that he only has 20 seconds. But that's actually more than enough time. Like finishing in like 15 or 10 seconds is actually at the top of the chess game. It's actually kind of like what's standard, and it's totally okay.
Oh, that was a good move. Goodness. I severely underestimated my opponent. I'm just gonna keep walking my bishop down to more familiar like material. Oh, that was a good play. Um,
See now my bishop is actually like it's like kind of intimidating the bishop. Like I could have taken it, but then the bishop like wouldn't be as scared. And it's all about the mental side of the pieces too. It's very, very interesting that he actually decided to move his king instead of just ending the game right there.
well, this was a really good game, guys. I'm not gonna click the game review because I usually just get a mix of brilliance and greats. You wouldn't really just want to see that.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
I mean, yeah.